Mr. Muhammad.
Your Honor, I would disagree with the defense's position. I believe the testimony is satisfies the charge in this case, specifically in the police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing instructions. It indicates whether or not the defendant did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger the officer. In this case, I believe the defendant resisted, obstructed, and opposed the lawful commands of the officer. And I would disagree with defense in regards to this was just a civil infraction. Failing to display a driver's license to a police officer is a criminal offense. So I believe the testimony in this case reflects a question of fact that the trier found.
John, I'm not saying anything on behalf of Quincy Penn. Please identify yourself.
Quincy Penn is my leading level.
Go ahead. Go ahead, counsel.
Judge, Mr. Patton has indicated to me, I believe Mr. Mohammed has acted in good faith and has made an offer for one charge for reckless driving. It's Mr. Patton's understanding that he shouldn't plead to it because it was just simply one charge, not the several charges in addition to the no insurance scenario.
All right, so it looks like we got duplicate tickets issued.
Correct. And Your Honor, Mohammed, for the record, one of the cases were dismissed, and the other one was one that was.
Okay.
And as a plea offer, we offered to dismiss no insurance.
You don't care which file goes away though.
No, we do. And there was a specific file where I will dismiss this. So I would request. I think it was ending in 17. In the correct case.
Yeah, so I'll dismiss the case number ending in 52817. That's dismissed. Then the question is, what does Mr. Patton want to do on the other file?
The other file is simply the reckless drive.
Well, both files are exactly the same. Both files are reckless driving. So one I'm dismissing right now, the other one, he's got to decide what to do.
When you get the insurance, that's been dismissed, correct?
That's another issue. I don't even have that. So have you already paid that? The no proof insurance.
But I had it.
Listen to my question. Have you paid that ticket? All right. Well, I don't have that ticket. So I don't know anything about that ticket. Can you check and see if it's in our system even? No proof insurance or, motor vehicle insurance operation without security.
The no security, isn't that the one that you have, Judge?
I've got 2 reckless driving files.
And a no security file.
A&B.
All right. You guys can all talk all you want to. I'm looking at 2 files with an ROA that has 1 count of reckless driving. Both ROAs are exactly the same. Okay, there's a standalone file for operating without security. All right, so you got to decide what to do with the reckless driving and the operate.
Chuck, I'm coming back here on August 4th. Would it be possible to include, I know he's not excited about it, but I don't want to make a split-second decision, Judge. It appears he's been through the ringer. I
don't mind adjourning if that's what you're asking.
The 4th of August, if that's feasible for I believe it's for your judge.
I don't think we've got a docket August 4th.
What's the next date that's done?
Heather, are you okay with a pretrial in September?
Yeah, that's fine.
September 3rd?
Yep.
That's
At 9:45 in person.
thank you.
All right, Mr. Patton, see us September 3rd, 9:45. We got rid of 1 reckless driving. We'll figure out what to do on the other one.
Thank you.
Stick around. We'll give you a paper notice.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
All right, so the operating without security is coming back on September 3rd too. I'm ready.
Officer, can you please state your full name for the record and spell it?
Robert Schrig, SCHRIG.
Thank you.
Officer, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
Who's your employer?
East Newport Heights Police Department.
Okay. And
No wonder he didn't look familiar. No wonder he didn't look familiar. He's not one of ours.
No, not.
You're going outside of our venue to get your help now. Go ahead.
Officer, how about on June 7th, 2022?
I was employed with the Huron Township.
Oh, okay.
And did you work that 7th, 2022?
Yes, I did.
You worked that day in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full uniform, employee marked Huron Township, police department.
Okay, and on that date of June 7th, 2022, did your duties as a police officer take you at or near the location of Sibley Road and Middle Belt Road?
Yes, I did.
Is that located in New Boston, Michigan?
Yes, I think that part's technically Romulus, but it's all within Huron Township.
Okay, and so Huron Township and New Boston?
Yeah, so Huron Township, there's numerous zip codes. You have Romulus, you have Flat Rock, you have Boston. It's all within Huron Township, though. That intersection is within the township.
Okay, and is that in Wayne County?
Yes.
And did you observe something at that location or near that location that drew your attention?
Yes, sir.
Well, what drew your attention?
Yes, well, at first I was sitting stationary, facing westbound at the intersection of Pennsylvania Road and Middle Belt Road. I observed a white Ford Focus traveling southbound on Middle Belt Road through Pennsylvania Avenue. As the vehicle passed me, I observed the windows to be partially rolled down, however tinted. At which point the driver looked over at me as he passed through the intersection and looked directly at me in my patrol vehicle, and at which point I could see his vehicle very quickly.
Okay, and do you see the driver of that vehicle here in the courtroom today?
I do, sir. He's sitting behind you in the white t-shirt.
Noted.
Your Honor, I would also like to note the defense objection to the accuracy of that information. So,
Okay, I'm sure you will.
Okay, and what else do you observe, if anything?
Yeah, so after the vehicle passed my patrol car, the driver looked right at me. And like I said, the windows would be partially rolled down, however, tinted. And I pulled behind the vehicle as I traveled southbound on Middle Belt. And it conducted a license plate check of the vehicle.
Hold on just a minute.
Sorry, OIC wants to leave on these.
Oh, there's no shows?
These are all no-shows and they're all out in the Harry Martin's cases as well.
Yeah. Hey, Carrie. Norman and Cano Hernandez. Nobody's here?
Mr. Cano Hernandez, I believe, is on.
Okay,
James.
okay. Does that help?
Yep, I'll go tell them.
OICs want to know if they can leave. I'm sorry, officer.
Yes, no problem.
Go ahead, Mr. Mohammed.
Officer, do you recall where you left off?
Yeah, I do. So the vehicle passed me southbound on, I was facing westbound on Pennsylvania at Middle Belt. Vehicle passed me southbound. After the driver looked at me and I made eye contact with me, and then the eyes of the windows would be tinted on the car. They were partially rolled down. I pulled behind the car and began following it up to Sibley Road, at which point I license plate checked the vehicle.
Okay, and based on the license plate check, did you discover anything?
Yes, according to the state of Michigan, the vehicle was uninsured.
And based on that, what did you?
The vehicle made a right turn to westbound Sibley, at which point I conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle.
Okay, and how did you conduct the traffic stop?
I activated my emergency lights. Vehicle began to slow down. I passed, I believe it was 2 driveways, eventually coming to a stop. Then I exited my patrol vehicle on the driver's side.
Okay, and how many individuals were in?
So as I began approaching the vehicle, the window was partially rolled down. The driver looked back at me. One occupant in the car, Mr. Wilson. Like I said, he again looked directly back at me, again making eye contact with me. And however, he ended up fleeing and pulling away from the traffic stop at that point.
Okay, what did you do?
I entered my patrol vehicle. I activated my overhead lights were already activated. I activated my siren, began pursuing the vehicle westbound on Sibley Road.
Okay, and how long did you pursue the vehicle for?
I pursued the vehicle westbound at speeds over 115 miles an hour up to 275. And then we entered onto northbound 275. And as we came back up to Pennsylvania Road on 275, it was terminated.
Okay, and you know approximately how long that was?
I'm estimating, I would say approximately 3 to 4 miles, roughly.
And did you terminate your?
I was terminated by the shift supervisor at the time.
And during your pursuit, Was your sirens and lights activated?
Yes.
Okay, go for the question.
Mr. Martin?
Good afternoon, Officer Shirley. Hello. Are you still an officer with Dearborn Heights or just sergeant?
My police officer was here one.
Officer with Dearborn Heights. And you were an officer for Huron Township.
Right.
So. You first see this white Ford Focus. You and the Ford Focus are driving opposite directions on the road.
No, sir, I believe I was stopped facing westbound.
You were stopped facing westbound and
Pennsylvania. Yes, the car passed me southbound, so across directly from him.
crossed in front of you taking a turn.
No, he was going straight southbound and I was stopped westbound, so I turned left behind him.
Okay. So at that point, you're not investigating the car per se at that point, you're just looking at it.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. And then you see, so you say that you see the windows partially rolled down.
Correct.
So what does that mean? How much?
I think they just get married for like 3 to 5 inches, enough to where I can see several inches. So it was like halfway down to get a better way to describe it.
Halfway down.
Yeah, enough to where I could see the driver's face, but I could also see that the windows were tinted.
Okay, so. And you described the tint in your report as heavily tinted, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So is there any part of that window that's blocking any part of the driver's face from view?
I can see the driver's face clearly at that time as you pass him.
That is all parts of his face.
I can see his face.
Okay, what about, at what point is your view blocked? Like, can you see the neck?
I can see his.
So you can't see anything below the face?
Correct. I can
If
see.
it's clarification, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
I can see his head. His face is left as he looked. Like he said, he looked directly as he's driving. He looked directly over to me and continued back southbound.
Okay, and safe to say you can't see any clothes?
Correct.
Okay. And you can't see, other parts, of it, right? The interior of the vehicle, right?
I guess partially. It depends on what you're referring to.
So it's like, so you said your testimony on direct was that Mr. Wilson was the sole occupant of the
That's,
vehicle. How did you know that?
when I conducted the traffic stop on the car, I began approaching the car. I got relatively close to him. I can see that one.
But all the windows were heavily tinted, right?
They are, but as you start getting closer to it, you typically can see through it.
Okay. So then your testimony was also that once you initiate the traffic stop and you walk up to the car, you see the window being rolled down a few inches.
No, the window was rolled down. It wasn't completely rolled down. It's about halfway down.
So you don't believe there was any, you believe that the window was rolled down to the same height throughout the duration of this time?
I can't see that. If it was the exact same height, I'm not.
Okay, so, but regardless, you think it was about halfway down when you saw it, when it first passed, to your side. And then you're saying that as you walk up to it, it's about halfway down as well?
Right, enough to where I can see the driver's face clearly both times. Yeah.
Okay. So, now the driver, he never sticks any part of his body outside of it, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that includes his face, he's not poking his head out or anything like that.
Correct.
Yeah. And safe to say that the driver was not the same race as you?
Correct.
I'm gonna object to that question. I don't see the relevance.
It's
Relevant.
relevant to the issue of identification.
And it's argumentative. He's trying to.
Well, not yet. It could be, but not yet. I'll allow it. Go ahead.
We have an answer, not the same race. So. I think now is the time I'd like to show you some of your body on camera, and I will be admitting a portion of it as a defense exhibit. Okay. I'll plug in.
Thank you.
Oh. Before I turn my attention there, I do want to ask you a few more questions. So do you recall giving any physical description of the driver in your report?
It's in the CAD notes, which would be the notes that I provided to dispatch. In my report, I don't believe I put it in there until I identified them, but it is, if you reference my, the computer automated dispatch notes, what I provided to dispatch, I did.
Why wouldn't you put a physical description of the driver in your report?
Throughout my investigation, I was able to determine who it was.
But you understand that there might have been a dispute
I know,
about
that's not a question, that's more of a statement. So if defense counsel has questions
That you're.
Sir,
Hold on.
I'm objecting, I'm requesting that the court inform defense to ask questions, not give statements.
My question is, what is his reasoning for failing to include a written description of the suspect in his report if he stated that he included that description in CAD notes, which I don't believe I have?
Okay, go ahead and answer it if you can.
CAD notes that I reviewed, or that I told dispatch there was a guard plugging black male with, I believe it was razor dreads. I think it said dreads. Once I'm authoring my report, I quickly identified who it was. In fact, so I put the description in there as his name, as this person. This is the person I saw driving. I'm confident in my identification of, looked at me 2 different times. Through my investigation, I was able to determine exactly who it was. So in my original report, at the time of authoring that report, I put, this is who was driving. So the description of that suspect is who I identified as the driver. It was all one report. There's no additional reports. I authored one report, and throughout, this is a matter of an hour or 2 of me typing this, doing this investigation. The car was recovered. I identified the suspect driver, and I put him in there by name. So in the report, he is identified by name as who the suspect, in fact, was, who the driver was.
Okay, and when you say you determined who it was, but you never arrested Alana Wilson as part of this investigation, right?
No, flood.
Right, so you were never able to actually physically apprehend and then identify who was in that car, correct?
Objection, asked and answered. He said he answered, and answered and said that the defendant, but.
Response?
No, I'll withdraw the question. I think I have the information I need. So now let's turn to the video. So, Officer Schurick, do you see this still from a video up on the screen?
I do, yes.
You see how the date on the top right, that Axon Life logo is 2022-6/8, which I believe would that correspond to the date of this alleged lien?
Yeah, I'd have to review the report, but yeah, that sounds accurate.
Okay, and do you believe this to be a fair and accurate recreation of your body camera footage from that day?
I would object.
I was June 7th, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not.
And I would agree.